Hello everybody and welcome to Gatekeeper Infinity. This is a roguelite hybrid game where it's got like a couple different game modes, but I think the main thing is like a tower defense. It's really cool looking. It's got some Risk of Rain inspiration in there, and it seems pretty neat, so we're gonna give it a go. I have played this game previously, just a little bit, as a stream game, but it's been updated many times since then. And yeah, there's a couple different characters to unlock, and we've got like cool sword guy. We've got the gun person. I don't know if they're male or female. I guess it's not clear. We're all gatekeepers, so they're like godlike beings that are defending the heart of the universe or something crazy like that. So, you know, one of those things. So we've got standard shot. Every third shot deals 150% damage. A wisp that explodes upon impact, dealing 500% damage in an 8-unit radius. Quick dash, so that it's just like a movement option. External bios, so throw a disc that bounces off enemies. That's kind of fun. That's kind of huntressy, I guess. In the event of death, hybrid gets a second chance. That's kind of a wasted passive, if you ask me. I seem to remember liking Nidum a lot more. So we've got powerful claws. Nidum collapses his claws together and hurls them, creating a fiery vortex. We've got a cleaver, and we've got ritual summon. So both of the characters have like a big AoE type move. And then we've got bloodlust. Any skill damage with a 10% chance. Increase base damage up by 20% for 5 seconds, stacks up to 5 times. That sounds pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and play this character. We're currently on observer difficulty. I'm gonna rock that on participant. This game definitely feels like it's meant to be played in multiplayer. As you can see, there's a bunch of pluses there. So hopefully in the future I can convince a couple friends to pick this game up and we will play it together, either on or off camera, depending on whether I can convince them to get it or not. We'll see. We'll figure it out. And on whether you're interested in picking it up and playing too, because I could definitely bring some people in from stream and whatnot. That'd be fun. All right, let's go ahead and jump in. All right, we got some mysterious load. I guess it's just like loading text. This game's really pretty, by the way. It's got some cool stuff going on with it. Some pretty basic controls. Left mouse button, right mouse button, space bar, and then F for the big move, and then that's a passive, so we don't have to worry about that. So current objective is kill them all. There's a timer going on. There's an objective thing on the screen by the looks of it. And yeah, we'll see what kind of damage we can get going. I remember this game has like level ups and all sorts of power ups going on, so we'll see how that plays. F is like a little bit of a janky key for me to hit, but we'll make it we'll make it work. Okay, so Q, we've got base damage, base health, or cooldown. The 8% damage seems like it's like just going to be the most universally helpful, so we'll go with that for now. And it looks like we should really be pushing forward more than we are. Wow, we already got another level up. You can see that our stuff is leveling up pretty fast. I guess we're like just starting, so that checks out. Okay, we're gonna try and work our way over to some of the objectives as we're fighting, because that tends to be pretty efficient. We've got 2 level ups now, and it's a slow motion. So we've got attack speed, movement speed, cooldown. We'll go cooldown this time, and we seem to already have some base regen because we were at full HP here. So we've got an obelisk. So 5% per stack, chance on hit to create a projectile that targets an enemy within a radius of 20 plus 2 per stack and deals 100% damage. We've also got Eli's string. Provide 40% per stack bonus to elemental damage. 10% plus 5% chance to stun an enemy for 1 second. Does not work on sirens. Stuns sound really strong, and I think having at least 1 level of that would be really good, but we don't have enough of the resource to acquire it. So hopefully we can pick up some more of those. And we've still got this kill counter going and ticking down, obviously, as we kill them, which is good. Whoa, that's a large lad. Okay, so we're probably gonna have a little bit more. Wow. Okay, no, that guy sucks. I thought he was gonna be scary. He was not scary at all. It's basic as heck. Okay, so we've got another resource that we've collected down in the bottom right there. There's definitely a lot going on this screen. Just the game really just throws you right into it. So we got these larger lads. What's this thing all about? This is another obelisk of distribution. And you can see that there's like a slow motion effect going on while you're in the shop, but it doesn't stop the game entirely. Very interesting choice. I wonder why they decided to do that. So that's like a reroll value that we managed to pick up. There's only 4 enemies left. I'd like to look around, and I guess this is another distribution. And yeah, okay, so you can acquire different items around the map by the looks of it. And yeah, we haven't started off in the tower defense mode. Like there's like a wandering mode, and then the tower defense. It's really weird. It's pretty interesting. I like it that there's like multiple game modes in this game. I think that's cool. Okay. We should have 2 more. Oh, there's some large lads. Okay. These guys look kind of menacing. They look like they're some sort of wizard, maybe. Okay. My cooldowns are really high. I gotta work on that. The regen that I have is amazing, though. Okay. So we have to activate the Quarium. And we only have 1 of each of those. We've got a couple more level ups, though. So let's get our skill cooldown, and we are going to upgrade our claw damage, or crow damage maybe? That might be a good play. Yeah, let's upgrade the crow damage. That seems really good. Some regen would probably be good, but we're regenning so fast already. I'll grab 1 level, because it does go from 0 to 1, which does sound pretty good. Okay, so I imagine this is the Quarium over here. And that just took me somewhere new. So I don't get to get any of those upgrades, I guess. Interesting. I wonder if there's like a meta currency that allows you to carry those with you, or maybe it's just because I'm like just starting out. We'll see. There's unlockables in this game, but I don't know if he gets stronger over time. Okay, so we've got a whole bunch of distributors. Yeah, these are obelisks. Okay. We can get this one. Chance to push back an enemy with a primary attack. That... no wonder I can get it. It's because it's kind of lame. I mean, I'm sure that's good, but it doesn't seem too important just yet. Okay, so none of these we can do anything with. So we have to activate the Cell of the Ancients. We're seeing all these distribution things on the map. Got 1 of these. Okay, so is there a bunch of them to activate? Collect and insert the keys to the monolith. Okay. So that's what we'll do next, I suppose. I should probably be using this, like, op cooldown. Ooh, we have ranged enemies now. Ranged enemies are always like a... Oh my god, you can actually get stuck. Okay, so the enemies aren't, like... I don't know what the word would be, but you can't just, like, phase through them. Not unless you're using the dash tech or whatever. Dash move. Which is meaning that an enemy overwhelming you, or a group of enemies overwhelming someone is very possible, seemingly. Got some 6. Got another level up thanks to that. Got a monolith here. There's a lot of things to activate in this game, that's for certain. To murder these guys. So there is no, like, maximum amount of enemies. We're just gonna keep getting more. Which means that we could theoretically farm pretty hard if we want, but I don't know if that's really what we're looking for. Probably not. That's the answer. Looking for some sign on the map on where to go. We've got 2 little... 3 or 4 nodes on the map now. I should probably be running over to. I wonder if I can teleport over there. We'll try teleporting this gap. Ooh, okay, so it looks like you maybe are able to teleport. And there's a sprint. I wasn't using that earlier, but now we know there is a sprint, so that's good. Looks like I can't activate that. Oh, that's some hefty damage right there. Yeah, it's looking like I can't activate this. By the way, I should mention, this game is in early access. I've got several days head start on everyone to learn all I can about this game. And yeah, it's one of those games that's had like little bits and pieces and playtests, so it's possible you've gotten your hands on it earlier. But yeah, this is the most recent version as of the 8th of November. And yeah, so far so good. This game, it just has like really good style to it. I like it. I think it's gonna appeal to a pretty decently wide audience, and I'm hoping that it hits with a couple of my friends, because I haven't had a good like tower defense game to play with them for a long time, or anything fresh at least. So I'm ready for it, that's for certain. So we're seeing these things. Indicator, chance to deal crit damage. Crit damage sounds really good, but I'm very interested in the stun. So let's grab the level of stun. I think that's going to be really helpful, especially with the amount of enemies there are. I need to click on that. I keep using E, thinking that's my attack rather than F, which is just my own brain being bad. What kind of level ups have we got? Movement speed is probably really good. I mean, when is movement speed ever bad? Let's be honest. Okay, let's take attack speed, and we will increase our base damage. There we go. Seems good. We can just wander around. Let's see if we can get that teleport. That's wonderful. Okay, so it seems like the enemies are dropping like a key that goes into these monoliths, and then we get to activate them with that. So let's bring them a little closer. We'll see if that helps. A lot of these crows end up going into walls, it seems like, which is kind of bad. Definitely a little bit apprehensive toward the skill now. I think the right-click skill might actually be significantly better after playing with them a little bit more. The crows do such spectacular damage when they hit. It's very satisfying, but it's one of those things that doesn't seem terribly consistent yet. Maybe on like a more open map. But I feel like in tower defense games, you tend to have like, I don't know, it tends to be a more closed-in area. And even in this map, where I'm just like traveling from place to place, it's pretty closed up. Presumably to make the enemies a bit more of a threat. Should probably be a little bit more careful with taking damage here. Like, I was trying so hard to get them all active there, but it did not happen. Okay, so we've got another 3 level ups. Our evolution points have been cruising. So, let's see here. Crows restore HP now. Okay, let's get the 2nd level of crows. I know I just said crows might not be that good, but we're doing it. And yeah, I mean, base damage just seems really, really good. And more cooldown time is also good, so we'll grab that. Oh wow, there's another one of these just sitting on the ground, huh? Oopsie. Let's see what kind of goodies we can acquire. All critical damage heals the bearer. That sounds great. The primary attack has 5% plus 5% chance to launch a missile, dealing 100% damage. And that scales off of our base damage, so considering we've been stacking our base damage, that makes a lot of sense to get. So hopefully we can get that. And maybe we'll go for like a bit of an attack speed build. It really seems like there's a decent little variety of builds, but I think like the characters drive the decision making more when it comes to that sort of thing. I'd be interested to see how this ends up balancing out in multiplayer. Celestium altitude fields. Alright. Let's see what we got here. So we can get a couple good kills. That's nice. And oh my god, that just insta-kills, huh? I guess that checks out. Especially on like a single enemy. I wonder if I can get like right on top of an enemy and manage to get all the crows directly onto them. One thing that's worth noting that I just tested is your spacebar always goes in the direction of the cursor. So you definitely have to play around that. Also, my crow stacking hypothesis worked on that large enemy, which is, you know, very good. You can see that you can really stack up a lot of the damage to instantly hit, which is very nice. Managing to kill these things pretty quickly, seemingly. Let's not get entirely stuck. That would be bad. Ooh, we just took so much damage. Oh my god. Okay, we need to play this a little bit more careful than we have been. We've got 1 Evo point, so we'll spend that. And we're gonna go attack speed because I really want to proc more of the missiles. Right now they're pretty low proc chance. Ooh, on level up you full heal. That's good intel as well. Trying to, like, soak up as much of the game information as I can here. Let's take some base HP, because I'm definitely feeling the heat. This level, I'm required to play a fair bit better than I have been. One thing I just tested there, can you sprint and attack at the same time? The answer is not with this character. Maybe with another. That was some hefty damage, and we healed a lot from it, too. Looks like the crow healing was a very worthy upgrade. And we've still got 3 rerolls, but I don't really see any reason to spend on rerolls. It seems super valuable. Man, that's a ton of HP. That'd be pretty good. I don't know if it's as good as all the other effects, but it seems pretty strong. I think getting our cooldown and our attack speed min-maxed would be ideal. Let's just see if we can get some damage on these guys. I think as long as I attack them from behind, I don't take the spikes damage. But abilities also bypass that negative as well. So that's good. 65 enemies. So that was just like a shield wave. It's interesting that the enemies aren't time-based. They're some sort of wave-based system by the looks of it. Let's see. Oh my god. Yeah, the crows are doing really good damage now. Let's see if we can get a good right-click through there. Reminds me of, like, Sivir Q. Too bad it doesn't, like, recharge or reduce the cooldown. Have the thing where you can catch it. That would be fun. It just auto boomerangs back to you in any direction. Let's do a little bit of that. By the way, I know I just made a League of Legends reference. I haven't played that game in like 8 years. I'm clean, I swear. As clean as an ex-League player can be, at least. One of these. There we go. Some decent damage. See if we can't murder the rest of these guys. So I guess pretty much the only thing to do is run around, try to find the best upgrade locations during this stage, and you know, just optimize for murder. Nothing too crazy. I'm definitely playing more defensively than I feel like I was last time, and I think it's because the enemies are attacking me directly rather than going after an objective. Okay, we got a couple more of these large lads. See if the crow stack strat works. Seemed pretty effective. Got another big boy over here. I don't know if these guys can be stunned. It's hard to tell. Okay, there we go. So that's that. And let's take a look. We've now got 7 of these, so it's definitely time to get some more. Provides a 40% per stack bonus to elemental damage. I don't believe we're doing any elemental damage, so that seems like a bit of a waste for the time being. But I believe we're getting benefits on critical hit already, so I'd like to get a level on that for sure. And we'll save the rest of our points for the next floor. So far, so good. Like I said, I think this game has like 2 stages to it, where it's like the exploration or like Risk of Rainy kind of phase, and then it's got like the defense phase. And yeah, I don't know how much of it we'll be able to show off in one video. Maybe I'll just do a longer video. That sounds decent. And if it's too long, just let me know in the comments down below. Because we can always do like an attack phase and a defense phase video or something like that, depending on how the game structure is. Ow! Oh my god, that hurt a lot. They're doing a lot of like bigger, scarier enemies here, which is really spooky. I don't want to fall either, dude. I'm actually I feel very at risk. Okay, so we need to insert keys and into the monoliths. Okay, so we're getting monoliths going. That's the current objective. It's interesting. I guess rather than like charging a generator, that's what you're doing. And there's an elapsed time, so I think that this is another game where time is difficulty, kind of like Risk of Rain. If I had to guess, I don't know if that's true 100%, but that certainly is what it feels like. And the item system is very different, though. It's a very different item system, where it feels like there's unlimited potential, but the currency is the real limiting factor. And I doubt it's wise to farm for long with that in mind. But I imagine that means that your RNG is like a lot more reasonable. I don't know. But you know, it's one of those things where for now we are limited by our knowledge. We'll see what we can learn on this first run. Bright side, we hopefully have the skill to make it happen. Yeah. Oh my god, there's so many enemies stacking up. Would love to murder all these guys and get, like, some good loot. That would be ideal. There's so many! Oh my gosh, I wish I had, like, some sort of extra bonus to work with here. But there isn't much. I just want to take a look at this thing. I want the max health. I was looking at that earlier, eyeballing it. We've been taking a lot of damage. Max health is slow, but it is good. Those support talismans, that's just for the floor. It's not worth using. We've got a bunch of levels stacked up. We're not going to worry about the number of crows. It's cool that you can attack and like pick stuff up at the same time. I like that. Attack speed up, we definitely want. And we're going to keep getting some more movement speed. Movement speed's going to be pretty valuable. And we will get more attack speed. More attack speed again. There we go. So we've got a 25% bonus attack speed now, which is pretty good. But, you know, that'll only do us so much. We've got our last monolith here. And now we're good to activate the Quarium. We have some excess resources, so let's make sure we spend down. The cost of items hasn't increased, by the way, which is certainly of note. More stuns could be good. Critical damage healing would be great, especially since we've got crit potential now. So right now we're pretty focused on defense. I feel like good use of items makes it so you don't have to worry too much about that other stuff. This guy's just hanging out here. Or good use of skills means you don't have to worry about having like super great damage in this game. And as long as we're not in like a defense phase, just having defense seems pretty good. Normally I'm a subscriber to the best defense is a good offense, but you know, it's good to play a little bit defensively on your first run just to learn as much as possible, I think. Alright, upon returning, Chakram causes an explosion dealing 200% damage. Yes, freaking please. Let's take a look at that. Not too bad. It's pretty tanky. We might get the 6 crows next, depending on the Chakram upgrade. But I am starting to wonder if maybe I should have leveled my my auto attack instead. Because, you know, we are having to use it quite a lot. We're waiting on cooldowns a fair bit. So we have to charge totems. So that's a thing. I'm not really sure what that entails just yet, but we'll figure that out. These enemies do hurt quite a bit. I love the range that I've got here. Unleash a chain lightning per stack bounces. Okay, just a 25% chance on what? I don't know, but I'm just gonna take it and hope that it's like on any hit. It so far appears to be on any hit. We're not gonna bother with any kettlebells for the time being. We're a little bit scared, I think, as we should be. Enemies are kind of menacing. I could probably be dodging a lot better. This top-down view, I'm not super used to dodging stuff in. I actually don't play this this perspective of game terribly often. I think this is the totem they want me to interact with. Obelisk of Creation. Protects healer against one lethal blow. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to wait on that, I think. We've got like a moment. There we go. Okay. A vessel drops from a slain enemy, dealing 100% damage. 5% chance to unleash a wave of energy, dealing 310% to anyone who touches it. These are my rerolls. Okay, so we only get one from there. We can't get multiple. Maybe these item nodes you can only get one from, and I'm wrong. Maybe I should be more aggressive in purchasing, I suppose. Okay. So that was one of the damage drops that just landed on the ground there. Got another one over here. I'll take the extra HP. Okay. I'm trying to figure out where this charged totem has to be. They're showing me a lot of things on the map, but I haven't found it yet. Maybe this is it down here. That looks like it, that's for certain. Burning areas inside the totem. Okay, so this is basically... It's like one of the little charging events from Risk of Rain 2, where it's got like a little bonus event for like the last level, for example. At least that's what it reminds me of. Everything doesn't have to be exactly the same as everything else, but it's way easier to talk like that because then it's like a reference point for your brain. And I just want that to be known, that like it's not a bad thing when there's overlapping mechanics or whatever. That is not a bad thing. In my head, at least. Unless it's like a straight up, like, clone, for example. But this is far from that. This is very much its own thing so far. Beginning of each turn, the totem spawns a horde. Oh my god. Okay, so the totem's getting stronger. Oh my god. Okay. Ooh, even more. Oh, I'm dead. I hit into the shield a couple times because I was too busy staring at resources. God damn, dude. Wow, holy cow. All right, let's try again. Let's see what repeat does. I'm pretty sure this game's a roguelike or roguelite. I don't know how it saves anything, but it looks like we've got our rerolls. So maybe that's like a persistent currency, and then the triangles are our temp currency. But this is a whole different level, and the objective of this level is just to murder. Just to murder, which I can definitely do. And maybe this time we'll go way more aggressive, because last time I was pretty defensive, and a lot of good that did me. Just got me killed in the end. And by it just got me killed in the end, I mean I died because I hit a thing that reflects damage back at me. Because that is what happened. This place looks pretty cool. It's very big, though. I don't really know what all is going on here. So I guess we can just, like, look around for items and stuff. Yeah, the enemies are pretty slow to spawn. I wonder if this game has, like, a similar system to Risk of Rain spawning system, at least in this mode. Because that's very much what it reminds me of. Where it has, like, the enemy spawning juice or whatever. And the more juice you have, the more enemies spawn. Okay, little explodey lads. They can just die. It's fine by me. I feel bad killing these little nerds, whatever they are. They don't seem terribly... They seem more like animals than monsters trying to murder you. Or constructs designed to kill. I could be wrong. It's a nice big boom. Okay, let's go ahead and start off with that base damage. And we don't have many, if any, triangles right now. We're going to go attack speed. I'm going to go for an attack speed centric build and level up my left-hand weapon. Or my primary attack, I guess. However you want to call it. That's what we're going to level up first this time. See how things play. Got another one of those orange guys. I'll probably give this... this will be my last go on this little video. And if you're interested in seeing more, let me know. I'll be sure to make some more YouTube videos on it. Otherwise, I'll probably just be streaming this game on Twitch, because it does seem like a pretty darn good time. Been enjoying it so far. I definitely want to get some multiplayer in with this one, though. Okay. The enemies are spawning like real slow. I would like to encounter more enemies faster on this first floor, at the very least. Like, I know how to play video game. You don't have to baby me on round one. That's always an annoyance I've had with the, like, Risk of Rain 2 level 1 too, is enemies are just, like, way too slow to spawn initially. It just takes forever to get going. Let's get some more movement speed. Definitely think that's important. And we'll get some HP regen on our next rotation, assuming it's in a similar configuration there. Base damage is our top priority. Attack speed is our secondary. And we'll go from there. Okay, so we're going to get the empty hand level up. The first level up of empty hand doesn't feel that good, but who knows? Maybe it'll scale up really well. And maybe it's actually a lot stronger than I'm thinking. It's quite possible. There we go. That's a murder, and that's the escape pod. But we've got 6 triangles, and we're really fast, so let's go loot a couple things here. Maximum health and base damage. Seems like a nice mix. But I'll go with crit, because crit-centric seems pretty darn valuable. Oh, wow, there's 2 freaking triangles over here I missed. That's crazy. Okay. Max health, chance to unleash chain lightning, or we can get the crit on heal. Let's get the heal on crit, sorry. Not crit on heal. Crit on heal would probably be pretty broken. In most games. Alright, let's go over this way. And we can't afford any of those because I've only got 1 space triangle. Alrighty, get me off here. That is level 1 down, and in 4 minutes. I don't know what a good time is on this, because if time is difficulty, keeping pace is important in games like this. Kettlebell is going to be really bad. I don't think I want to push enemies. I'd much rather stun them. I love that I can super long range teleport, by the way. It's super satisfying. Okay, there's our first teleport, or our first stun potential, which is good. Is this another kill? This is a charge. Okay, so we should probably do that right away. The charge doesn't show up on the map immediately. You have to be within a certain range of it, it seems. You can see that we've gotten in range of it now. Go. And we will get our regen. Cooldown would be nice, always, but that's not really the build we're going for here. I don't like the way this thing's looking at me. It's time to bird up for sure. Okay. Chakram seems pretty good. I don't like that thing looking at me one bit. It's scary. Okay, the attack speed is really going to be a big part of our build here. If we're going to go for like an attack speed centric setup, and we might as well commit to it. And yeah, I guess there's like a attack speed versus like wizard style, and then there's probably like hybrid stuff as well. Seems like you could do this many ways. Okay. A little bit of that. Lived. Just use the teleport. So yeah, last time we were in one of these, we died. So let's not this time. Hopefully, that's what we're gonna go for. The whole not die thing. Big strats. There we go. Beautiful. That was weird that it did like a bit of a launch back at me. We're gonna take the extra regen and the extra attack speed. I think I managed to avoid that somehow. Not really sure how though. If I could get an item that reduces my cooldown based on my attack speed, that would be great. Like every attack landed reduces cooldown. I love items like that. Wow, we just took a ton of damage. Okay. Calm down. Interesting. Oh my god, I'm almost dead. Okay, we did finish the charge, but we're pretty low. Let's get a little bit back. Oh my god, I'm almost dead. That guy's chasing me. In a lot of danger. Increased attack radius. That's nice. But it's really not as good as the skill levels so far. The skill levels seem way stronger. Oh, because we leveled, we're full health. Good. Which means we can get aggressive. That explosion did 99% of my life. I regret being a melee character. That is terrifying. Holy shit. Alright. Not having any, like, stun stuff or any, I don't know. There's a lot of things I feel like I'm missing to be an effective melee character. The iframes, for example, would be great. Okay, so we are good to go to the Quarium. At this point, we're just looking to stack up our damage. And we've got 2 more things to spend. So we'll see if we can. That one's not it. What about this one? Movement speed is probably pretty wasteful. But now that we've got an extra point, we can get even more crit. Chance on hit to create a projectile that targets an enemy. I think we just stack... Oh, wait. The crit is going up in cost. Okay, that's good to know. So every time you acquire a level of something, it increases the chances. Let's get 1 level of 10% dodge. That's pretty good. 10% chance to not take damage sounds decent. At least as a one-off. I don't know how well that would stack if the cost keeps going up. Obviously, you could get like 100%. Well, I'm sure it can't go to 100%. It's probably like Teddy Bear, where it's like on the... I don't know what that mathematical equation is that makes it so it can get near 100%, but never ever hit 100%. Somebody in the comments might know that. I don't know. I don't know math. Play video games. I know of math, though. That's worth something, right? Okay, so this is a kill them all mission. It's not too bad. I wouldn't kill for an active item. I feel like I just need 1 more skill to really pop off. Okay. That said, we're doing all right. The big crits when they land, they go pretty dang hard. That's for certain. Okay, let's get the extra attack speed, because that's really what we're looking to stack up. And we don't have any triangles, so let's wait on that, I suppose. I'd love to murder all these little basic guys, because they're just free resources, essentially. And I need to kill everything anyway. It seems like the faster I kill things, the faster things spawn, to some degree. Not to an extreme, but just a little bit. There's a cannon over there. Gotta kill that. I'm not a fan of cannons, personally. Okay. Let's see what we can get here. Lovely stuns. Bird up. Dude, that guy was a tank. And there's a whole bunch of them. And this is now a new regular enemy. Noted. Ow! Who's throwing these stupid long-range rocks at me? Is it these guys? Are they throwing the spike rocks? Oh my god. We just barely dodged that. Base helped me a little bit. And attack speed me. We will have the ultimate attack speed. That is the objective. Just have really, really fast attacks, really giant crits, and then we just like run at them. Just like the classic carry style. Alright, there we go. More attack speed. More deeps. Oh my god. It seems like there's some layer of iframes to some of my stuff, which is good. We've got 7 triangles. We gotta spend these things. Definitely gotta spend these things. Let's go to this one way over here in the corner, because it's in a very dumb spot. Primary attack has a 5% chance of doing the thing. Yeah, we want that. Because we're looking to stack up our primary attack as much as possible. So anything that grants our primary attack more power is very good. Definitely want that. It's this freaking cannon that's firing off these things at me. There we go. Deal with that. 50% chance to trigger Bloodlust. That seems like not that good at all. But I guess we'll have like maxed out Bloodlust all the time. 5% chance to ignite an enemy with primary attack. I mean, like I said, we're doing primary attack shenanigans, so the more we can stack up with that, the better. I will say the Bloodlust auto stacking to 5 means that we pretty much always have it, which is pretty good. I don't know. We'll see. It really felt like the skills were getting more benefit than the auto attacks, which makes sense. They should, because it would be pretty silly if the basic attacks got as giant an upgrade as the abilities, because then, you know, it's something that's never on cooldown. So why would you ever do anything else? So I understand the balancing reasoning behind that. I would love to get that 3-piece there. That'd be great. Why are there so many of these dang turrets? Or attack speed. If we've got the option, attack speed is the top thing we take. I think just bounced right off and it didn't do anything. Love it. Love that for us. I'm starting to feel pretty strong. I wonder if this runs significantly better than the other one. Because I've gotten a more focused build. It's certainly feeling that way already. Like, look at this. I'm just, like, perma-stunning enemies and stuff. They're getting set on fire, and there's missiles going off. It definitely seems like a pretty good combo. There we go. There's one enemy left. One goober little turret over here. Thinking they're all that. They're master bowling skills. Get out of my life. Alrighty. The Quarium is going to be our next stop, because there's no point in me trying to buy something for 2. It seems like the 2-cost ones are a bit of bait. Maybe something you get once you have, like, one of everything else. But, you know, I don't really know how many upgrades there are, if there's going to be, like, more upgrades available as I continue playing. Many questions. We are in Aurora Runewood. So we got a bit of a... Ooh. Bit of a purple shader going on here. Already on Bloodlust 4. The Bloodlust stacks up so fast with the attack speed. Which is actually... It's been a lot better than I expected. Which I'm thankful for. Also, we're on another totem charge mission, which is decidedly terrifying. Considering how they've been going. We'll take some base damage, because I don't think I've taken too many of those this time. Been super focused on attack speed. And it's been working. Which is very nice. Okay, here's the totem. Send me. Rotating fireballs. That is not at all a fear of mine. At least in-game. Maybe in real life. I gotta say, I haven't seen too many fireballs in real life. Just the occasional one. Here and there. Reminds me of the thing, like, as a kid, where you, like, prepare for all sorts of weird shit. Like, oh man, what if there's quicksand? What do you do in quicksand? That was such an important thing to know, even though no one has ever experienced quicksand. Well, I'm sure there's some people who have experienced quicksand, but the number is a lot lower than those who have experienced taxes. That's it. In my school, we did learn taxes, so I'm not going to complain about that. That's not a thing. Good. Those guys are all going to explode. There's a lot of exploding going on. It's really hard to read the plate text while I'm like controlling my character and trying to avoid all the damage. So you just kind of have to be as alert as humanly possible. I took a ton of damage earlier to the randomly placed explosions. Thankfully, we're doing okay so far. I'm gonna try and blow up this large lad. Oh my god, that's rude. Hoping that we can abuse our melee. It seems like if we get too close to him, that's when he does his rock move to send us back. There we go. So we're good to activate the Quarium. I'm gonna kill these enemies first, hopefully. And then we'll go from there. Because these guys are menaces. Okay. Wow. Okay. Noted. They have a range attack. Learning. Our HP regen is fine. Let's get some more base cooldown and some more... Or base damage, not base cooldown. Okay, so that's maxed out. We can't get that any higher. Restores 5% of max HP for each affected enemy. Let's try leveling Cleaver this time. And we are going to take Adrenaline Pill. It's good. I mean, maybe. I don't know if it's good. It seems fine. Maybe I should be leveling birds instead of my spacebar, by the way. That might be a thing. So this is only 4 cost still. Same with this. But I should definitely be getting one-ofs on all the percent-based effects, because going from a 0% to an any percent is really, really good, mathematically speaking. And this would go... This would double. This would... Not quite... Oh, wait. Yeah, this would double too. Okay. I'm gonna go with the protocol. Percent chance is good. Okay. Turns out we can go into here. I'm gonna kill this guy because I hate him. Screw you. Screw that guy in particular. Let's get out of here. There's too many dudes on my screen. Holy moly. Alright. Aurora, Behemoth's Crest. We're a lot further in this time. We're up to stage 5. At least I think I'm a lot further in. The first run was such a blur. Just trying to intake as much as I could. Oh, there's like a lot of enemies that spawned on me and stuff. That's kind of alarming. These are all the largest enemies of the last levels. I have had terribly. Okay, we're gonna go over here and check out what this thing has. We definitely want one of these, obviously. 5% chance per stack to unleash a wave of energy on attack. We attack a lot. So that seems pretty good. Hopefully this... Oh yeah, we're definitely seeing some big damage increase out of that. So that might be like a quote-unquote lunar item, I guess, if you wanted to compare it. I don't think it's like quite the same, but maybe. Our extra movement speed here is feeling really good at this point. I don't think I can use that thing multiple times, so we won't bother with that. This is just an eliminate them all mission, which is of note. Especially considering the enemies that they're making me eliminate are like a lot bigger than they were. It's getting kind of spooky. But the damage output we've got has gone up a lot, so that's good. We're definitely doing really respectable damage compared to what we were at. And the spacebar healing me for going in. I feel like this is a somehow much tankier build that's doing even more damage than it was before. I think it's because I only committed partially to the spellcasting build. And, yeah, it really cost me. It's pretty bad. Also, I've noticed that enemies seem to be able to hit each other, which is pretty cool. I feel like most games like this, they don't have that. So I'm about it. Let's go ahead and get another level up. We're going to take attack speed, as one does. Gotta get that attack speed all the way up. It's interesting that they've got, like, level ups that you manually control, plus, like, relics or whatever. Definitely lets you fine-tune your character a little bit. I'm almost dead. Oh my god. We heal a lot, but we also only heal when we're in combat, really. Like, we do have some natural regen, but it's just inferior to the combat regeneration by a lot. Holy cow. Holy cow, the damage, Batman. There's a lot of damage. Okay. Just blow everything up. When I get the 5% procs, it sure is juicy. Very nice. Okay. We will take a little bit more HP regen. At this point, I'm more interested in HP regen than movement speed. I think we've hit like a really good point where if I like walk in toward an enemy and then walk out of an enemy, like walk past them sort of thing, it seems that we're at the right speed where we can land all 3 shots, and I'm still relatively fast, which is good. It seems like that wave of energy seems to hit regardless of which attack does it, which is really good. Base damage is a no-brainer here. I still think attack speed is going to be our best scaler overall, but, you know, I'll take what I can get. This guy managed to wang me really hard with that rock. Gotta try and take revenge on him. Go. Get back up to full HP. 207 HP. Gotta, like, make note of HP and stuff. Way I know, like, what's tanky and what's not. I'm sure this character is much, much tankier than the gunner character that you default as. Okay. Go. Just bird up. There we go. The birds are so good. They're so dang. What is this? Is there a... Is this a... Defeat the siren. Oh my... Okay, okay. Alright, so sirens can't be stunned. And this is like a freaking Toho boss or whatever. It's kind of terrifying. I'm alive. Holy shit. Okay. That is very scary. There's a lot of things going on screen. We're doing good damage. Okay. Just back up during that phase, teleport back in when the time is right. That's a little bit of damage. I don't know if that, like, AoE it's... Oh my god. I don't know if that AoE it's doing is dealing damage. It's hard to tell. It doesn't seem to be. Oof! Okay, you do not want to get hit by any of those. Oh my god. I'm so afraid. Alright. Calm. We're calm. We are calm. Just gaming. This guy hits really hard. This is not like a just fuck around and win boss. This is pretty sick. Okay, nice. Okay, so we can activate the Corium right away. He didn't really drop me anything fancy. It's kind of a shame. I was hoping for some cool stuff. Let's see. I don't have any levels of these. Let's take HVC, for sure. Grab 1 level of that. Now I've only got 3 of these things to work with, so we don't have a lot of juice left to squeeze. We don't really have to kill these last enemies, but I will anyway, I guess, because they're here. And we can get movement speed. That's big whatevskis, if you ask me. Like, I normally love movement speed, but in this game, I think going too fast would be a bad thing, especially on a melee character. I think having your melee character's speed be exactly right is pretty important, unless you're foregoing the melee at some point. We can get a stun. That sounds cool. And attack speed over base damage. So we do have our build structure based around percentage chance on hit. That is the objective. So this place is more reminiscent of the place that we started off in last time, which is interesting. I wonder if they can appear in any order, something like that. I'm gonna go ahead and buy the max HP here, because I'm definitely feeling like a little bit of extra tank stats on this much tighter level design is going to be rather important. Dude, we do so much damage sometimes. Okay, this is a totem charge mission, and the totem is over this way. I think it's important to probably, like, go and do that, like, as soon as possible. Once again, I'm under the assumption that time is difficulty. Got the burning circles. That one's not so bad. Some of the events are a little bit scarier than others. That was really goofy. Look at the way they, like, if you get behind them, they really struggle. It's interesting. I feel like most enemies don't have... Oh my god, that guy's freaking me out. You see the way he's running at me? I'm not a fan. Okay. This thing does not want to be charged. To an insane degree. It's shooting at me and making fireballs and stuff. Who made this thing? Who made this thing anyway? We got a non-spike shield lad, but that is a tower shield nonetheless, so we gotta respect it. Tower. Oh my god. Okay. That enemy is what killed me last time, so we're gonna play it as safe as we can. Do not want to take a bunch of damage for no good reason. Go. Definitely killing up the storm. Got another one of these dudes. Everyone takes 50% more damage. Jesus, man. That's okay. We're allowing that? Okay. Fine. There's explosions everywhere now. We're fine, Copium. Okay. Are we done here? Please be done here. Okay. I think we are done here. We just need to murder these guys for reasons. The reason being that I want to. And maybe we'll get cool loot. The perma-stun is spectacular. I love it. Okay. We have 6 triangles, but I'm not too worried about spending them. And oh my god, look at that range. You can really push the limits of that range. I wonder if you can go even further on like a widescreen monitor. I don't have like one of those fancy giant giga monitors, but I imagine you could do some crazy stuff with one of those, assuming the game scales up like that. Let's see here. We got attack speed, and we got attack speed to go with our attack speed, so we've got some attack speed to go with the attack speed or whatever. More max HP. This one's still 3 costs, so that's pretty good. Let's grab 1 level of that, I guess. And we'll see what else we can go for. I guess we're poor. Activates all the ancients. Okay. That is over here. This looks a lot like the first level we were on. That's interesting. I wonder if my my save that I had since the updates, it seems like it kept my progress to some degree. It's possible that's why they started me out here. I wonder if that would be the case. Wow, I've taken a lot of damage from somewhere, and I'm not sure where. The stuns are so good. We are multi-stunning like crazy. We've got a pretty good amount of meta currency as well. So we need to collect and insert keys. So it's just a simple matter of murder and find. A game as old as time itself. Murder the thing, then use the other thing to do the thing. You know how it is. Oh my goodness. So many enemies to hit, so much chances per explosion. Gotta love it. We're stacking that attack speed like we mean it. Hello, large person. Prepare yourself to perish. God, I don't like that move. There we go. Okay. Got any monoliths? Looking for some monoliths. There's one. Got another monolith over this way. The spacebar is like on a way shorter timer than I've been. Like I could be jumping around way more than I have been. Gotta do that more. Okay. We have 6 triangles. Make that 7. Let's see if we can go get an upgrade really quick. There's so many enemies, and I'm definitely strong enough to just take them on this time. This build is much more reliable than the caster build that we were using previous. This costs a fair amount, but I think it's worth it regardless. And we will get another level of stun, because stunning has been incredibly useful, like to an extreme degree. So let's keep that going. I don't know how many more stages there are. It just kind of keeps going. I'm sure there's like a completion. We're approaching level 30, which is oftentimes like a maximum level in a game. We'll see. Okay. Let's see how we fare here. Burning areas. Okay, so it's just another totem trial. We're good. It's not so bad. Ah! I don't want to be burning, though. Much rather not be burning. The healing that I get from my spacebar is actually surprisingly good. I was not expecting it to be so effective. But it definitely is. Okay, so there's fiery impulses now being paired with the fire circles. You can see the little reticle or whatever being fired at me. That one nearly killed me on one of these, but ever since I noticed it, we've been pretty safe, thankfully. Oh my god, the crit. The crit's really doing it here. I would love to get some more wave attacks in. And it's based on on hit, so the more enemies I hit, the higher chance it has of proccing, seemingly. And I don't know if the other ones work that way or not. It's hard to tell. Okay, everyone takes 50% more damage. This is like a super lethal event. Oh my god. Getting stuck on enemies is like one of the scariest things that can happen in this game. And it seems relatively common, assuming you're not moving efficiently. The swordsman feels really good for controlling space. I don't know how this would feel on like a on the gunner range classes. I imagine it would be a lot harder. Okay, we've got 2 evolution points. We can get the fiery burst, and we can get a little bit more regen going. I'm completely bypassing the level ups for cooldown this time, which is probably a relatively significant mistake, but you know, we're trying to like flex the extremes and see what happens. See what breaks. That's how it's done. They really don't want me to level up my my crit anymore, clearly. That 9 cost, that's pretty extreme. I guess crit would just be like, I don't know if it's 2 times or 5 times or whatever in this game, but too much crit would probably be really strong, I guess. I'm sure they've done the math on it. Alright. Another zone completed. We're in the Lumistal Plateau. Let's see what we got. This is another Kill Them All mission. I like that all the missions have like a slightly different, you know, they're just like a little bit different from one another. It's just nice to have like a little bit of extra variety rather than activate the portal. Holy moly. Feels like my procs are going pretty wild here. So enemies are level 40 now, based on that number next to their name. Which is... That's a lot. That is a higher level than me. By a fair bit. I wonder if that means that I've been inefficient. Maybe I haven't played as well as I thought I was. Like, I thought I've been doing pretty well, but... could be totally wrong there. Oh my god, I'm almost dead. Yeah. Okay, we managed to full heal off of that. Dashing into, like, a big group of enemies feels really good, but you kind of need to kill them, otherwise it's, like, maybe suicidal a little bit. Okay. The healing is really good. Healing is so damn good. My crows are a lot weaker this round. I really liked them a lot more on that first run. We have 8 of these. I would like to get my first kettlebell. I don't know if that's a mistake or not, but we'll give it a go. Kettlebell, maybe just one kettlebell will help it, so I never get like truly trapped by enemies. And we will get more base damage and more base damage. That sounds good. We can get some base damage to go with our base damage. The perma-stuns are so dang good. Seems like this enemy, as long as you're just keeping a little bit of distance, it's a really hard time hitting you. Don't need a ton. Just circle strafe strats. You know how it is. Okay. So we now have the ability to level up some pretty crazy stuff. So we can get this going. Oh, is this still... wow. This is still only 1. I'm gonna get the flash. That way we can increase our stun rate. The stuns have been very, very good for us. And while we do have, like, a little bit of... I don't know, our damage isn't, like, amazing. We could probably have way better damage. But it's definitely good enough. A little bit more crit healing sounds good. Next thing I want to buy is the elemental damage bonus, because we've got so much fire damage, and I believe electricity damage going as well. So that would be ideal to get that. Okay, so we've got 5 enemies left, and it shows them on the radar, which is really nice. I'm a fan of that decision. And these infinite voids are very uncomfy. It reminds me a little bit of Necropolis in that way, with the big infinite voids. And that game had a lot of those. Bunch of giant floating superstructures. Just in somewhere in between time and space or whatever. Okay. Let's see how the damage goes. It's really slow. It's not super great. But on the bright side, the stun rate is great. And the crows help a lot too. Too bad they're on such a long cooldown. But I guess that's on me. We've got 16 of these reroll things. I really don't see the purpose on using them for rerolls. The meta currency seems much better with other things. And trying to expand. This looks... I wonder what the zone's all about. I don't know yet. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, I guess. Got a fancy totem over here. So this one costs more, but I'm still gonna level it because getting a 10% chance to shoot a giant wave of death sounds pretty frickin' dank. And the drop a bomb on death is like very screen cluttery. So I'm pretty happy to delay that for at least a little while. Back up to full health based on that. Interesting. Get another evolution point, which we will spend on... I don't know, my base health is like a little bit behind where I would like it. So we might need to look at that. Might need to consider doing something with that. Ooh, do not attack into the spiky shield. Do not want to get shield spiked. That would be ideal if I didn't. I think it's just the basic attack or the auto attack that causes the problems. So we need to play around that. Also, the modifier is a positive this time, where it's healing me. Or at least that first one is. Now it's firing lasers, of course. But it's interesting that they can be both positive and negative effects. I was not expecting the game to throw me a bone. It's pretty rare. Pretty rare where it's like, oh yeah, here you go, player. Here's an advantage. Other than all the, like, crazy upgrades, obviously. Normally the game world isn't what's giving you the upgrade or the advantages. I'm trying to say, which is cool. Just one of these. My damage output has really fallen off, hasn't it? I'm not super pleased with the amount of damage we're putting out. Love to murder the shield lads. The shield lads are making me very uncomfortable. It's pretty scary. I want to make sure that I deal with them as quickly as possible. And carefully, for that matter. Not just quickly, but also carefully. Where's my health going? I don't know what just dropped my health a ton. One thing that I will say is, like, sometimes there's like dark attacks on dark ground. It'd be nice to have some, like, brighter indicators to go with them. That would be ideal, I think. Like that right there. I didn't even see that. I guess it's got, like, a green glow first. Maybe it's on me. Let me know what you think on that. Don't care about that. Gonna hunt around a little bit. Hunting around for an item. I'll take the extra crit healing, maybe. Wow. Okay, we just took a huge chunk of damage for standing there too long. Okay, we've only got... Oh my god, there's balls. There's balls! Okay, let's go after the dog, Tara. The dog demon. Okay, yeah. Oh my god. Okay. That is a lot. This thing looks like the kind of thing that just, like, one hit kills you. Oh, I'm alive. I'm terrified for my life. Okay, let's back up a little bit. Love to have some... I'm dead. I am dead. Alrighty. Well, I guess that's going to be all for Gatekeeper today. I hope you enjoyed. That was one part of this game. Keep in mind that there's, like, a whole separate part that is the gatekeeping part. And it's just a whole thing. It's pretty neat. Whew. We're at 38% for our database. And that's monsters, and then here's the item collection, and then we've got the 4 gatekeepers. I might have to do I'll probably do a hybrid run next. I'll definitely be doing this on stream. By the way, I've been streaming on YouTube. Feel free to drop by on those. And, yeah, it's been good fun. This was a good... Wait, what does break the Omni Stone mean? What's this do? Did I just unlocked a new item. Okay, cool. Well, that's a whole thing. But yeah, once again, I hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you next time. And subscribe. Okay, bye.